We've got a lot to go over in today's video. You remember that RPG Two Worlds and Two Worlds 2? Well, there's actually a Two Worlds 3 in development that was announced all the way back in 2016, and if you are aware of that announcement, you might be wondering, where is Two Worlds 3 at? Well, we finally have an update for you guys on that game. Also, there's been a lot of talk on whether or not we'll see the Splinter Cell franchise make a comeback. The last game we saw was 2013 Splinter Cell Blacklist, and the producer of the game, Jade Raymond, before she left Ubisoft, actually laid out an idea for the next Splinter Cell title, and I want to take a look at her specific quote. It doesn't say much, but it does give us an idea that Ubisoft is at least thinking about a new Splinter Cell title. Also, Battlefield 5 is a game that's been surrounded with a ton of controversy, and currency is coming through the game next month, and this currency is of course paid currency. However, there is a little bit of a caveat to it. As EA had said in the past, it's only going to be applicable towards cosmetics, but given the current state of Battlefield 5 and the overall reception, any form of microtransactions is obviously going to be negatively received. I've also got the release month for the follow-up for Super Meat Boy and Super Meat Boy Forever, and when that'll be arriving on the PlayStation 4, and I'll be rounding out the video by taking a look at some very good PlayStation 4 game deals. One of them is available at Costco, so of course you'll have to go in-store, but it's a pretty insane deal. And then Starlink Battle for Atlas, the starter pack, is continuing to plummet in price, so I want to take a look at that as well at the end of this video. First up, Two Worlds 3 is still in development, and yes, Two Worlds 3 is actually coming. You might not even be aware that Two Worlds 3 is in development, but the third game in the franchise was being developed by Reality Pump and published by Topware Interactive, and it was announced to be in development all the way back in March of 2016. Back then, it was said to be in development for a scheduled cycle of 36 months, and that would mean the game would be released in March 2019. Obviously, now that we're in December of 2018 and heading into the new year, Two Worlds 3 is not going to be released in that March 2019 window. However, we finally got an update on the game, and the game has seen a significant delay. It was said that Two Worlds 3 is still in the pre-production phase, and it won't release for another 4 to 5 years in all likelihood. That is pretty crazy. However, you might want to be aware of the fact that Two Worlds 2 is still getting updates and expansions on PC, so they still are keeping Two Worlds alive, but as far as on the PlayStation 4, Two Worlds 3 was that new game to be looking forward to. Obviously, with a 4 to 5 year development cycle, it's not going to be hitting the PlayStation 4. If anything, it'll be a PlayStation 5 game, and whenever it's said that a game's not going to come out for 4 to 5 years, I would be very surprised if the game comes out in 4 to 5 years. I would be looking more for that 7 to 8 year mark, but hey, that's just speculation on my part. Just know, Two Worlds 3 is still in the works, but we're not going to be getting it for a very, very long time. One franchise that I hope makes a comeback quicker than Two Worlds is Splinter Cell, and for a long time we thought a new Splinter Cell game was going to be announced this year. There were rumors about the game being announced at E3, then rumors of it being announced at the Video Game Awards. Of course, at this point, Ubisoft has not made an official announcement regarding a new Splinter Cell game, the last title being 2013 Splinter Cell Blacklist, and Jade Raymond, who is the producer of the game, said something pretty interesting to Game Reactor. Quote, "The last Splinter Cell Blacklist released in 2013 is the last one that shipped, so you know what, there is a design that we actually had and worked on and would have wanted to make, but since I'm not at Ubisoft anymore, I can't talk about it, and I don't know who wants to share that concept." So there was clearly a concept in place for a future Splinter Cell title, given the fact that Splinter Cell Blacklist was released in August of 2013, and that concept probably came out not all too long after the release of Blacklist. It's been quite a while, so who knows if that concept is still what they want to go for in a future Splinter Cell title. I really hope Splinter Cell as a franchise does make a comeback soon. Blacklist's release, as far as timing is concerned, wasn't the best. It was released in August of 2013, right ahead of the release of the new consoles, and a lot of gamers really weren't looking to invest themselves into games on those generation of platforms. I really feel it would have been better if Blacklist was pushed off as a PlayStation 4 launch title, or at the very least, it saw a PlayStation 4 remaster. I think that's something that Ubisoft could still definitely do. They've been remastering a lot of titles like Assassin's Creed 3, Far Cry 3. If the issue is from an uncertainty standpoint of how Splinter Cell would resonate with the audience today, why not remaster Blacklist, release it on the PlayStation 4, see how it does from a sales standpoint, and go from there. I do believe that at the end of the day, Ubisoft will put out a new Splinter Cell game. I believe as we speak, they are working on it. It's just that they didn't want to announce the game. Hopefully it's announced next year, and hey, it might be similar to Blacklist in that it's one of the final games of this generation, just like Blacklist rounded out last generation, but that again is just speculation on my part. Moving on from that, Battlefield 5 has been one of the more controversial game releases of the year. I would say most controversial, but of course Fallout 76 happened this year, and it might get a little bit more controversial with Battlefield 5 as a currency is coming to the game next month, that being microtransactions, and it was spotted by Reddit user Spanky088, and he recently posted an image on the the game's subreddit, showcasing the Battlefield 5 Battlefield currency, and you could get 6,000 points for $50. That was an Xbox One digital code. However, EA did confirm in the past that the game will not have any loot boxes, and the new Battlefield currency will only be used to purchase cosmetic items, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Still, I'm not a fan of microtransactions at all, because in the past, cosmetic items were a part of the game, and now they're being stripped away from the game, and the game is still being impacted with those microtransactions. I get they want to monetize the game as long as possible. I get that EA is a business, but from a consumer standpoint, I don't like microtransactions, even if it's cosmetic only. But hey, at least it's better than having loot boxes, so at least a little bit of progress is being made. Battlefield 5 has, of course, been available on the PlayStation 4 for about a month now, and it's already available 50% off for $29.99 over at the PlayStation Store. It's been on sale at pretty much every retailer for that price as well. It is very, very evident that the game isn't doing all too well from a sales standpoint, but overall reception from the game from those that are actually playing the game isn't all too negative. It's not like this is a horrible game, it's just that from a PR standpoint, it has been an absolute train wreck when it came to Battlefield 5, and this was damage that was really manifested by EA. It's not an inherent problem with the game itself. In fact, the fact that they went back on it, the fact that they did offer free DLC, and that's the plan going forward, you would have think that meant very positive things for Battlefield 5, but I think just how EA handled the promotion of this game, going back to E3, where all they showed was a single-player campaign trailer for the game, that was just mind-numbingly stupid. You had the biggest platform of the year to showcase your game, and you showed a cinematic single-player trailer, and then you followed it up by showing some mobile garbage that nobody cared about. It's just been a train wreck, but hey, if you are super into Battlefield 5, you could drop some more real-world money, because hey, I know that EA needs it right now with how this game is doing commercially. Moving on from that, Super Meat Boy is getting a follow-up in Super Meat Boy Forever, and it was confirmed that the game is set to release on the PlayStation 4 in April of 2019. There was a trailer release for the game as well. We don't have an exact release date for Super Meat Boy Forever, just that April window, but Super Meat Boy, of course, one of the more challenging platformers that you're ever going to come across, and I expect Super Meat Boy Forever is just going to build upon that. It isn't a direct continuation, but it is building upon the fundamentals set on the first Super Meat Boy title, so again, expect that in April of 2019. And finally, want to round out this video by taking a look at some great deals available right now. Starlink Battle for Atlas, the starter pack. We covered on Amazon that it was available for $29.99. Well, Newegg's got an even better deal. It's down to $19.99 after a promo code. That is absolutely insane because it was released at like $79.99, and it's only been a couple of months since the release, and it is already down to a quarter of that price point. Just insane. I'm sure Ubisoft wanted this to be a game that they can monetize for years on end, much similar to Skylanders and what Activision did with that. They wanted to sell a bunch of these toys, but it seems like people really haven't invested their money into Starlink Battle for Atlas. If you are interested in it, the starter pack for $19.99 is a pretty good buy. And lastly, if you've got a Costco membership, you'll want to know that Fallout 76 Tricentennial Edition is available for $29.99 at local Costcos. I know Fallout 76 has been getting a really negative reception. However, if you want to get the game anyway, $30 for this edition of the game is pretty good. I'm not going to try to sell you on it because it looks like a lot of you have already made your mind on it, but just wanted to mention that. Head on over to your local Costco if you are interested. That's going to conclude this video. Again, Two Worlds 3 is not going to be coming for another 4 to 5 years. It looks like a Splinter Cell concept was laid out for Ubisoft. We'll see if they do decide to flesh that out, and if a new Splinter Cell is coming, we'll let you guys know if we hear of any announcements. Battlefield 5 is getting a currency, and it's coming next month. Super Meat Boy Forever is dropping in April. You can check out the Starlink Battle for Atlas starter pack for $19.99 over at Newegg with a promo code, and Costco has got the Fallout 76 Tricentennial Edition for $29.99. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching. you.